There's a fair. Good morning, everyone. Today we are in Calgary for Calgary Expo. I just flew in this morning. Calgary Expo is a 4-day show, so from Thursday to Sunday. It is a more generic show. I feel I tend to do a lot more anime conventions, but this is more of a Comic-Con style convention, and this is my first year here, so I'm really excited to see how this is gonna go. I believe last year it was in 2 buildings, but this year everything is condensed into 1 building, something like that. This is my table at A493. The floor is freaking massive. Exhibitors is just right behind the camera over here, and it's huge. Right now it's 11 a.m. and the doors open at 2 p.m. for VIP. I flew in this morning quite early. I left Vancouver around 6:30 and landed around 8:30. But thankfully my flight was really good. It was really smooth. I got a really good quality nap, which I usually never do on my flights. But it's time to set up. It's a 6-foot setup, and the setup might be a little bit different today because I just came back from SakuraCon not too long ago, and unfortunately my boxes didn't come home in time, so I had to quickly make some inventory, and thankfully I do have a second setup at home, but this setup will be a little less branded than what it usually is. Anyways, enough yip yapping, and it's time to set this table up. I had to buy panels. A couple of minutes ago I was explaining that my SakuraCon boxes didn't arrive, so all of my branded panels are in those boxes, so I had to buy new panels because I have acrylic displays and everything else, like the vinyl banners and everything, but I am missing these panels, so I bought some, shipped it to the hotel, and now they're here. So for this weekend I am actually solo all weekend. Mr. Corgo is back in Vancouver taking care of Oliver, and also I am trying to make a more conscious effort to do more shows by myself because little Corgo is my endeavor, and I don't want to pull Mr. Little Corgo into my dreams, if that makes sense, because he has his own endeavors and he never signed up for this life, and I kind of just ask him to help me and he helps me out. But I really want him to pursue his own things and have time for his own endeavors, so I don't like him helping me out too much. Sometimes he'll join along for travel conventions, but this one, since Calgary is so close to home, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna solo this one, and I also want to solo more shows this year, so yeah. I'm at H Mart with Angel and Hair.
I knocked it over.
We are grabbing some lunch. Right now it's 1:30 and the con it starts at 2 p.m. VPI hours 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And we're there till 9 p.m. which are it's kind of a long day, late day.
So lunch and dinner? Are you kidding me?
So we're just grabbing some snacks and food. Thankfully H Mart's just across the street, so I think we're gonna be frequenting this very often.
Yes.
Alright, doors are officially open for VIP hours. Right now it's 2:20. VIP hours are usually very slow, so most people are just sort of still setting up. Me, I bought lunch, I'm gonna eat lunch, and I just finished setting up. I do have a little bit of organization to do in the back, and I do have a couple of apparel that I need to fold in the back, but other than that, I'm pretty ready to go. Alright, hello everybody. Right now it is 3:30. That means doors have been open to VIP for an hour and a half now, and I have not made a single sale, which is actually very normal for VIP hours during FanX. I feel like not a lot of people come for VIP, and if they do come for VIP, it's mostly because they're going to the exhibitors to buy like things such as Funko Pops or collectibles. And on top of that, the floor is pretty massive, and I think Artist Alley is considered like the back of the hall. I'm not entirely sure, but I just know that the hall is freaking massive. And I'm pretty sure people are going to make their way to Artist Alley much later in the day. Also, it is Thursday, and most shows don't usually have a Thursday, and most people are still most likely at work. I've just been sitting here kind of thinking about life. I also had a really good lunch from H Mart, but honestly, yeah, just been sitting and thinking and pondering about life because I don't really get to sit and do nothing these days, so it kind of felt good to just like sit and do nothing. I do see some foot traffic starting to pick up, and I am noticing a lot of people picking up business cards, which is a good thing because most likely people will come back throughout the weekend. Like I said, this floor is massive. I'm gonna try to like attach a map relative to where I am. I did also buy myself a dinner at H Mart. I'm really tempted to eat it, but I won't. I made my first sale at $3.44 and it was for a couple of stickers. I forgot to talk about this, but I am a part of a stamp rally for Calgary Expo, and it is a hot pot themed stamp rally, so all of the prize packs are hot pot ingredients. My design, I love noodles. So, of course, I had to make a noodle design that says I love nudes. And I believe there's 15 participating artists, but we made the rally so that you only have to get 6 and then you get the entire prize pack of 15 artists. That way it feels less daunting, and it also encourages purchasing from artists that you actually want to buy from and not just buying it because you have to for the rally. I think that's a great idea. I've never been a part of a rally where you can choose who you buy from. So far, I've had a little bit of interest in the stamp rallies. I've just been giving it to every purchase because I have a whole stack of them. I think so far the feedback has been good, but of course it is only Thursday. I'm curious to see how the rally affects our sales. Having a bit of an early dinner because I have time to. I have tuna gimbap from H Mart. Say ah. Oh my gosh, that's mine! Thank you. Oh, I don't know if this is TMI, but I had a really aggressive nosebleed, and I was warned that Calgary has really dry air, and they weren't kidding. All I did was pinch my nose, and then next thing you know, there's blood on the ground. Thankfully, it didn't get onto anything, but I did spend 20 minutes in the washroom. I'm okay now, but there's blood on my sleeve and on the shirt I'm wearing, so I will have to do laundry. I am very close to making table. I am just a couple dollars off, but I am pretty happy considering that Thursdays are very, very weird days. So I'm pretty happy that I'm close to table, and there is 45 minutes left of the show. I feel like dealing with that nosebleed really took a lot out of me, but it is what it is. I am okay. Good morning, it is Friday with Angel and Hair. We are gonna go grab some lunch. Beautiful day today. Gorgeous, gorgeous day today. We are going to First Street Market. Look at her go.
So pretty. So I got a little eggs Benny situation.
She's vlogging. So Angela's vlogging. The BTS of vloggers.
I feel like we could just record at the same time, and it would just give you double the content. Was it
Oh, the onions are good. Yeah. Try yours. The onions are good. Yeah. I think there's some sort of like parade going on. Oh my god, look, wait, it's a ferret! Wait, it's a ferret! Wait, around the corner there's an albino ferret.
so fun?
Alright, good morning everyone. We are officially here for day 2 of Calgary Expo. So right now it is 11:30 and the show opens half an hour early for those with VIP passes and the ultimate passes. And we are here for a whopping 8 and a bit hours. So the show ends at 8 p.m. today, and it should be a bit better than yesterday, but typically Saturday tends to be the best day overall. So I'm curious to see how the day will go. We also stopped by H Mart. H Mart is literally goated because it's in between my hotel and the convention center, which is so perfect because it's a cost-effective way to eat. So currently, as of now, it is 1:10, so it's just been almost 2 hours since doors have opened, and I have made half of what I did yesterday, which is a good sign. I don't blame people because this floor is really, really big. This is my first year at Calgary Expo, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, but when I look ahead, there is lots and lots of exhibitors, but not only that. So there's a wall kind of to my right here, but if you keep going down, the area kind of extends outwards to show even more exhibitors. So the floor is super massive, and there's a lot to do, not only in the convention center but even outside of the convention center. I think a lot of people are just kind of doing those activities, and I think people are starting to slowly trickle in. But since the floor is so big, I anticipate that Saturday and Sunday will be a lot busier than Thursday and Friday, just because of how much there is to see. I did have a couple of people come by and say that they saw my stuff in Edmonton, because I am a part of Southgate Center and also West Edmonton Mall. So a couple of Edmonton people came by and said that they saw my stuff at Makers already, and I even had someone from Vancouver, a piece of home away from home, say that they saw my stuff at Makers in North Vancouver. So that's pretty cool. Right now I am having steady transactions, maybe one every 5 or 10 minutes, but in the meantime I've just been slowly doodling away, and I do have a couple of product ideas that I want to work on, so this is the perfect time to, because there's quite a bit of downtime. And there has been a lot of interest in this sticker rally. I think the sticker rally is so cute because there's 15 participating artists and it is hot pot themed. I love hot pot. I think I already talked about this, but yes, it's been getting a lot of interest. It's time for another H Smart lunch. Say, my bad. Hello, I think I haven't updated in a couple hours. Right now it is 7 p.m. so there's 1 hour left of the show, and honestly I was expecting the show to be a little bit better, because previously it's known to be quite decent of a show, especially for Calgary. I did come into the show with a little bit of expectation, so that was kind of my fault. Looking at my numbers here, Friday was a lot better than yesterday, rightfully so, but I was just hoping for a little bit more of a push. I have thankfully made back all of my expenses, including upcoming expenses like my Uber to the airport and any meals that I might have during the weekend, so happy for that. That means I'm totally in the green. Everything after this means it's just profit, so at least that is good news. But of course it is my fault for coming in with expectations, but also we are currently in the middle of an election. I feel like a lot of people are withholding their money, so not only for this event but overall I'm expecting to be down for all my events and revenue across the board. Day 2 Friday is all done. Gonna grab some dinner with some artist friends and get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow we have to be back at 9:30 in the morning and it's until 7 p.m. So quite of a long day. Good night, everyone. Alright, good morning everyone. I am alone for today because Angela went straight to the convention. Today is day 3 of the weekend. It's Saturday. VIP hours open at 9:30, but it opens to the general public around 10, and then we're there till 7. So these Fan Expo shows are so long. But the nice thing is that you get to rebook for next year, and so that means you get to secure a spot for next year and secure a bit of revenue for next year. But so far I'm still undecided if I want to do this next year, because Thursday and Friday were quite slow. I will most likely rebook because Calgary is quite of a cheap city to visit to from Vancouver, and my expenses are pretty low. So, but we'll see, because I also have to think about my time. But also on the flip side, there's not that many events that happen in April in Canada, so it's just like a nice guaranteed event. My table is just right over there. I see the scallop banner. There she is. Okay, it's an early start today, so I did not eat breakfast, but you already know what I'm gonna eat. I have chopsticks. Can you guess what I'm gonna eat? Oh yeah, kimbap from H Mart. I'm such a hyperfixation eater that I can eat the same thing probably like 2 weeks in a row, and I'm pretty thankful for it. I think it just makes eating a lot easier, especially when I'm at these conventions. First meal of the day, kimbap, open wide. Alright, hello everybody. It's time for a midday check. So right now it is 1 p.m. So doors have been open for about 3 hours now. And today the show ends at 7. Traffic has started to definitely pick up in the last hour or so. People who were browsing on Thursday and Friday are coming by to purchase. I think the most popular items have been always the corgi plushies. These do very well everywhere they go. It's a literal little corgi, and it's very on brand for me. And also I think people just love the idea that I brand it as if you're adopting a corgi, because you are, and you know, you put it on your bag and you let it go on adventures and whatnot. I feel like I've been kind of complaining about how slow it's been throughout the weekend. I don't mean to be negative. I always try to be transparent with my experience at shows, and what might work for me might not work for others, and vice versa. So if you are Canadian and you want to try Calgary Expo, I highly recommend it. My experience is completely different. On top of that, I make really niche things, because I do make corgis. have been doing a little bit of project ideation, just a little bit of sketching because it's been slow enough to do stuff like that. But typically I don't really like doing other work when I'm tabling because I like to be fully involved with my table and make sure that my customer feels like they're being welcomed, and overall I feel like I'm a pretty friendly person and I want to make sure that my customers feel comfortable at my table. And yeah, I just feel like my attention shouldn't be divided when I'm tabling. But I am noticing that in Calgary, people kind of prefer to keep to themselves and they like to shop and not really chat. Totally fair, totally respectable. I respect that. And I feel like a lot of the time when I'm tabling, I have to really try my best to read the person's energy because not everyone is comfortable chatting while shopping, and sometimes people just want to browse. It's a really valuable skill that I've kind of developed over the years, and I'm definitely noticing that in Calgary. Specifically at this event, people aren't feeling as chatty, which is totally fair, totally fine, nothing wrong with that. I don't want to get my hands dirty. Open wide! I think this is my 4th gimbap of the weekend. I really love gimbap, and I just think it's so easy to eat, especially when you're working at your table. It's not messy, you get a lot of vegetables, you get your protein, you get your carbs. It's a great meal. You guys know the drill by now, say ha! To my fellow artists and anyone that does any like tabling events, what are your favorite items to eat at conventions? Because I've been doing this for just close to 2 years now, and I'm finally discovering that I really enjoy things I can eat with chopsticks, which is really hard because I feel like a lot of foods at conventions are like hand foods or just overall really messy foods, but I'm really enjoying this gimbap, hence why this is my 4th one of the weekend. What are your favorite things to eat? I don't have the luxury to pack a lunch because I am not at home, but whenever I do pack a lunch in Vancouver, I think I tend to also pack like rice bowls. Really easy to eat, not messy, and nutritious. The last hour has been pretty steady. I feel like I've been selling a lot of these Inugami shirts. I think I sold like 5 or 6 in the last hour, which is a lot. Alright, I did this entire midday check without my microphone on, but it's now on. So right now, it is 5 o'clock, there's 2 hours left of the show, and it has slowed down considerably. I would have liked to make a little bit more considering that it is Saturday, but it is what it is. Earlier in the video, I did talk about if I wanted to rebook for this event or not. So the nice thing about Fan Expo shows is that once you get into the show, you're able to rebook and also get a small discount on your table for next year. I would like to give this show another shot because currently we are going through our Canadian elections, and whenever there is political uncertainty in the country, people tend to hold on to their money. And on top of that, this year is the first time where it's in a completely new venue. So given the entire circumstances, I would like to try again. And luckily for me, since Calgary is so accessible, hotels are quite cheap, flights are quite cheap, expenses are very low, so I am willing to give this show another shot. And I don't want to sound super negative, super complaining, but I did have higher expectations for the show. And don't get me wrong, like I made back all of my expenses and I am in the green. However, I am kind of thinking about product costs and the time for me to be away from home. That takes time away from me creating art, creating YouTube videos, and so on and so forth. As much as I would have liked to make more money, I am still in the green. I'm very, very grateful that I am in the green and that I was able to make my expenses back on the first 2 days. But from a business standpoint, it would be nice to make a little bit more. I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything. I am in a very fortunate position where I get to travel for work and I get to meet you guys in person and I get to create what I love and sell my art, which is a great thing to do. But again, I also have to think about my time and my business. Most likely will rebook probably tomorrow. Also, I don't think I talked about this, but Calgary air is so dry. Unflattering angle, but like you can sort of see all of the little skin flakes on my nose. That's a scab because I ripped off a hanging piece of skin. That's kind of gross. I picked it off and then now I got a bit of a scab on my nose. But yeah, I already have really dry skin and the air just made it worse. And I haven't had eczema since university and it's starting to flare up. So if you ever go to Calgary, bring a lot of hydrating face masks. I brought a tub of Vaseline and thank God I brought that. Anyways, 2 more hours left to go. I think there's been a lot of sticker sales in the last little bit. Alright, hello, new angle unlocked. Thought it would be fun because I had got a new magnetic case for my DJI Osmo and I haven't used it yet, but the magnet's strong. Anyways, an observation I noticed was that I have a couple of retail shelves in a shop called Makers in West Edmonton Mall and also Southgate Center, which is also in Edmonton. And I am noticing that I am receiving a lot of comments about people recognizing my stuff from this is my first year at the show, right? So there's no way that people discovered me through the show. So it's been pretty interesting to see people come up to me like, oh, I bought your stuff in West Edmonton Mall, or I've seen this somewhere and I don't know. And then I would be like, did you go to a shop in West Edmonton Mall and might have seen my stuff? And they'd be like, yes. But I guess you don't really realize how far your stuff reaches. So it's been pretty cool having people come up to me and be like, I saw your stuff. Or people vacation to Vancouver and they see my stuff in North Vancouver Shipyards Makers, which is a huge tourist spot, especially in the summer. And I'm gonna put a photo, but my shelf is literally at the window of that store. So when people see, oh, Little Corgo, they recognize it right away because I have that giant neon sign on top of my shelf. There's someone watching me vlog right now and I'm self-conscious, but it's been pretty cool realizing how far my stuff has reached across Canada, and you know, it makes me really excited to pursue other opportunities to get my stuff out there. Also, I promise I'm not this messy. Okay, maybe I am, but they gave us a lot of like space back here. So every time I get a lot of space, I feel like I'm just willy-nilly with my space and just throw all of my stuff everywhere. Last hour of the show, I just had a slightly unfortunate situation happen. So I had someone come and buy some stickers and they tapped their card, and before the transaction even went through, they just kind of walked off. And then when I looked at my reader, this card actually declined. I don't think they had ill intentions, but it's just makes me sad. Day 3 is officially over. Time to grab some dinner, and we'll be back tomorrow from 9:30 to 5 for Sunday. Good morning, everyone. It's day 4 of Calgary Expo, the very last day, and today is very, very sleepy vibes. Outside is very gloomy. I've been sleeping a little bit late, hanging out with other people. I am anticipating today to be a pretty decent Sunday. I've been having a lot of people interested in my glass cups because honestly this is a pain to carry around during the show. So I had a lot of people express that they most likely will come back on Sunday to pick up some, and even if they don't come back, whatever, all good. And also apparel. I feel like for big ticketed items, people like to let it cook a little bit in their brain for a couple of days, and then on Sunday is when they kind of are ready to purchase, especially since the floor is so big. They want to see everything and make sure that they are purchasing something that they love. And I also do encourage that because being an attendee in these artist alleys can get quite expensive because people make some really, really great stuff. But anyways, I picked up lunch at H Mart, and guess what? It's not gimbap. Are you guys proud of me? It's bulgogi and some dumplings. Feeling very sleepy today, but excited to finish up the show. I am flying back home tomorrow, and I'm excited to see Mr. Corgo and Oliver. But first, I've got to get through the show and break down and do all that stuff before I can even think about that. Ready for day 4. Stickers by Susie and Vixen vs. Pick Me Up. A Pick Me Up. Take a sip. Yum, 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 yum. Sunday mornings are very slow, and so I finally had time to walk around. I've been still all weekend, haven't really been leaving my table unless I need to go to the washroom. But finally got to walk around, and I picked up a candle from, her handle is from Kayla, so I picked it up from Kayla. And I got the Silent Princess, and it literally smells like Fruit Loops. It's only 10:30, I'm already eating, but I didn't have breakfast, so I'm just gonna try a dumpling. I got bulgogi from H Mart. It's kind of dry now. And then I got some steamed dumpling. I say, open up. These are good. Why didn't I get this? Oh my god. Wait, why didn't I get this earlier? They're good. Oh my god. Why did I not try the other food? Gimbap's good, but this is really good. Which aisle is there? Like aisle 100 or 100? I just quickly walked around. I did a couple sticker trades, and I haven't been walking around, but right now since it's pretty mellow, I was able to finish the rest of my trade. So I picked up some stickers from Matcha Moon. I really like anything chaotic and evil. So middle finger, and of course we got this. And then of course we got him pointing a gun at you. And then I picked up some Froggo stickers from Frog Tree Games. I had to get this top boy. And something about this spoke to me and I really liked it. Yeah, thank you for trading. Sorry, what was his name?
Jeremiah.
Beautiful, look at him go. Alright, so there's 10 minutes left to the show, but I have decided that I don't really want to film taking down because I feel like that's the least interesting part of the video. So I'm going to end the video now. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments what you thought was interesting or what you enjoyed or what you found was insightful. If you like this video, I make more convention vlogs and I'm trying to create more behind the scenes of my small art shop where I create chunky corgi illustrations, and I do want to make more studio vlogs and just overall more behind the scenes. So if you're into those types of videos, please hit the like button or subscribe. It's a great way to support me, and I just really appreciate you spending time with me in this video. I hope you have a lovely rest of